Hello, it is Random Doll Account back with you again with another video. And today we got a little surprise. So, Lustre Lilith Blair, let's open her up and talk about her, eh? Okay, so obviously she's the first of the three Club registration dolls that you are going to see on this channel. Um, I will tell you, yes, this one is mine. There is one that is not. I'll tell you whenever that happens. Whenever I initially saw her, I was in awe. I am not much of a Lilith and Eden Blair person, but honestly, look at her skin tone and her hair is so unique. And then at the same time, I thought that this fabric was very beautiful. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm grabbing her. So as you can see, presented inside the box, she's gorgeous. She comes in that very beautiful classic, like new face snap box. But I will say this. So whenever I initially opened her, it was way up like this and it just kind of immediately flopped out. I don't know what to do about that, but if yours looks a little bit different, that's why. I'm just going to go ahead and scoot her a little bit closer to you guys so you can get a little bit of a closer look. So here she is in box in all of her shadowy glory. And then we'll go ahead and unbox her for you guys. So are we ready? All right, let's get to it. All right, so I unboxed her. Here she is, the diva of now, Lustre Lilith Blair, with all of her stuff. So let's go ahead and break this girl down. So first things first, talk about this giant bag. So she does come with a gift bag that has her own custom tag on it, Lilith Blair, with a little bit of tissue paper in it. So that's a fun little accessory. She also comes with her lip gloss so that she can say pop in. Okay. She also comes with this purse. Now, flashback, if you watched my video last week about Pomme d'Amour Vanessa, it's the same purse, just in a different color variation. And then one of my friends, he texted me, he was like, hey, did you notice that the reason why you kept on feeling like that Vanessa's Pomme d'Amour purse was familiar was because it is familiar, because it is Stilettos Out Elise's purse as well. And it got me thinking, I was like, wait, so you're telling me that this purse has come out 3 times in 3 different color variants in the last like year? That's kind of crazy. Like, maybe we need to try a new mold, is all I'm saying. That's kind of wild. Okay. And then on the side, I went ahead and I just put it in her knee, but or not her knee, her elbow, but she's got a little booklet of fashion royalty dolls. And then she comes with her 20th anniversary invitation. Then inside is an actual certificate with her name on it. That's so cute. All right, now let's talk about edition size. So this doll right here is a edition size of 2,900 or 2,793 of 2,805. I've checked, that is the highest edition size doll out of the 3 that we got as registration exclusive. So very popular girl, probably going to be easy to find in the future. That is a lot of dolls. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take her off of here. And then I'm going to show you guys an up close look at her, because I think that we need to have a conversation about the face and the fabric. Okay, so face. It's going to be our first thing. So as you can see, her face is gorge. She's going to be infinitely redressable and very, very easy to restyle. And then I wanted to go ahead and do a little note on the texture of this fabric. A lot of people were worried about how this fabric was going to turn out. You know what? I'm going to say something. This fabric is not very gold, in my opinion. It's very bronze. So if you're into bronze, if you like the idea of having a doll in bronze and not necessarily gold, this is a great option for you, especially because we've been getting a decent amount of gold this year. So I'm really happy about that. And then her shoes. All right, let's talk about these shoes. These are a recolor of Erin's shoes from the Stilettos Out convention. So keep that in mind. There are a decent amount of recolors, of restyles, of whatever in this particular doll. But with that being said, she comes with a lot. You get a lot of paper goods. So if you are way into like dioramas or like putting your dolls in like very specific circumstances, I think that this doll has a lot to offer in that regard. A lot of play value here. With that being said, I am more of a set it and forget it, and then sometimes get a crazy idea in my head and start dressing them up kind of girly, and not necessarily a like, person that's making dioramas. That's just like not really my thing. I don't know how I would even have space for that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I do 1000% think that the doll itself is gorgeous. Now, how am I going to be displaying her? I've been looking and looking and looking and looking and just thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave her with her invitation, right? And then maybe her bag, and then set everything else inside of this big bag and then put it next to her feet, maybe like on her train or something, and then store her that particular way. Reason why is because I'm trying to think about a way to make her look like the chicest as possible, because she's going into my ball gown collection, and my gown collection has a lot of doll with a lot of different stuff in it. So I was like, okay, how can I make her look like she'll fit in here, but then she's also a little bit unique? And that's kind of the way that I've thought about keeping her. This dress, beautifully tailored. I think that out of the three dresses that we got from this particular set, so the set of registration dolls, this one is by far my favorite. And considering the fact that she is the most ordered doll, I think that she was everybody's favorite. So I'm also going to add one last note, and that's it. If I see Eden this year with a doll that is supposed to accompany this Lilith, I would love for it to have like maybe silver. That would be lovely. Maybe platinum, something very metallic. And I would also like her to be in the same skin tone. I know a lot of people were not very happy about this hair being like super sculpted. I love it. So that's a win for me. I love it. But I'm also the person who absolutely is like madly in love with the Kiori Sato that came out a couple years ago. So that's an unfair assessment. But, anyways, love her. I think that she's just gorgeous. I totally understand why she has such a large edition size. And yeah, if you have any time to pick her up, I would. She's beautiful. She's 10 out of 10. Anyways, all right, so that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share, etc., etc. If you do comment, just know I do respond back. I am not one of those people that doesn't do that. I don't have very many subscribers, so I love to hear what you have to say. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.